Want to create long-lasting results in your business and in your life? Maybe you want to increase your income, attracting new clients, creating new levels in your business with ease, feeling more confident about your new offers, you name it. This is a specific this is a specific video that will provide you that element that is going to help you to do that and more. This single element allowed me to go from working at a supermarket, being 90 pounds overweight, holding relationships that were not good for me, to creating my company, attracting amazing clients, amazing collaborations, having amazing relationships, releasing those 90 pounds, competing in bodybuilding competitions, and much more. This element as well allowed me to go from receiving $11 per hour back then to create in my first 3 months in business $30,000. This element is really potent, and this is one of the elements that I get to work with my clients because I know this is one of the crucial ones. And especially for you, you are here for the long run. You are in business. You are creating something amazing. This is key. This is a non-negotiable, I will say. But I know if you're part of my community, maybe you have knowledge about this. Maybe it's totally new for you, or maybe you are advanced. I do have clients that are even mindset coaches they have plenty of knowledge about this, but when they come to my role, something clicks, and they are able to integrate this, and everything gets to change in just a few weeks or a couple of months. We will have different timings. Before I go in depth, if this is the first interaction that we have here, welcome first of all. If you can drop me a 1 or #1, I will know that if you're new to my live work. If you're not new here, drop me a 2, #2, replay. Or if you're watching the replay, #replay. Really important for me to see who's tuning into this specific IG lives. My name is Graciela. I'm a mindset coach, mentor, guide, teacher, and I get to help entrepreneurs, high achievers, women like you to increase their income, their impact, and their inner power. With this being said, this single element, like I mentioned before, allowed me to go from being 90 pounds overweight, working at a supermarket, bringing $11 per hour, holding relationships that were not good for me, to create my own company, the House of Legends, creating my podcast, who has attracted amazing women from all over the world, attracting amazing clients, creating amazing relationships. In my first 3 months of business, I create $30,000 in the first 3 months, back then in 2021. And from there, it has going up and up. Also, I released those 90 pounds. I started to compete in bodybuilding. 1 second here. Okay, cool. I started to compete in bodybuilding, and now I'm maintaining an amazing, healthy body that supports my lifestyle. This single element has allowed also my clients to go from thoroughly confusion to clarity, to go from working in jobs, 9 to 5s, corporate jobs, or even online careers that were no longer in alignment with them, to fully trust themselves and to see themselves with different eyes, I will say, and make their transition. This single element as well allowed one of my clients to go from receiving $40,000 per year to make that her monthly income. This allowed my client as well, Danielle, to go from working part-time 9 to 5 as a dental assistant and also part-time as a network marketer to create her own business. This single element allowed my client Lovella to go from web designer to become a copywriter, to see herself with different eyes, and to have the confidence, to create this confidence to move into the direction that she wanted. and start charging in dollars instead of in pesos. This element is so potent that has the potential to do this for you and more. And this element is not other than self-image, your self-image, your self-concept, your identity, the one that you hold. Or self-image, or when we talk about self-image, self-concept, identity, those are the same. And I'm gonna give you hello here, and I'm gonna give you a simple definition. When we talk about self-image, self-concept, identity, is the way that you see yourself, the way that you see and feel about yourself, as a concept that you hold about yourself. When we change this, everything gets to change. It's by law. When you change the way you see yourself, everything gets to change. That's why it's really important to do this work, because when we don't do this work first, we can go and change the strategy, we can go and try to change the behavior, but if we don't change the woman that we are, if we don't change habits, we don't change that, nothing will change. So that's why when my clients come to me, this is the first step that we get to do. We get to work in their self-image, because when we change the self-image, everything gets to change. Their behavior. One of the things that I was sharing with one of my clients when I was starting competing, back then I was with the Jojo Effect until I found my personal trainer, right? Then I was trying to change the behavior. And that was only leading me to acting from the same place. Meaning, you can do the action, but if you don't change the way that you see yourself, you're acting from the old way of being, the same thoughts. You can change the action or force it or have the discipline, but in the long run, it's not going to work out. That's why we see the yo-yo effect. That's why we see the ups and downs. Make sense? So the first thing here, for anything that you want to change in your business and in your life, you must go to the core, which is your self-image, the way that you see yourself. And this is the kind of work that we get to do here on my practice. Right now, we have some services for different clients as well in different levels, but in all of them, I go at one extent to work in their self-image. I'm gonna make a little recap here. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, and that way you have time to go back. When we are going for long-lasting results, when we are going for when we want to create something in your business, maybe bringing more clients, bringing more income, you name it. When you want to do that, instead of going to the strategy, instead of taking the action, the first move is changing your self-image. I'm going to leave you with this question. Ask yourself, who's the woman, who's the man, who is creating that? Who's the woman, who's the man, who is creating that? That she or he is living that as a result. And when we do that, things get to change. When we do that, we're thinking from a different place, and we're feeling different. And when we thinking from a different place, and when we're feeling different, the actions produce a different result. Make sense? So right here, we have now different ways to get to work together. We have a upcoming group. It's called Untethered. This is specifically for the woman entrepreneur who is ready to master her mindset, to enhance her confidence, to cultivate conviction. Cultivate conviction, and to achieve next level results. If this is one of the parts that we want to work on. It's actually the self-image. We're going to go in depth. Another way to get to work together is our one-on-one. The one-on-one is for the woman who is saying, you know what, Graciela, I do prefer to work one-on-one. I don't prefer to work on groups. I know myself. Both actually, like I said, we go in at one extent extend to work in the self-image, because I know if when we work this first, everything gets to work in a different way. If you want to know more, if you want to understand more about our opportunities to get to work together, the links are in the bio. You can always send us a DM. And if you're not sure which one of those is going to be the best for you, there's a coaching inquiry that you can fill that out and personally go and check those. And I'm going to give you a feedback where you can feedback, and I'm going to suggest you which one of the services is good for you as well. We also have our program that contains the foundations. Maybe you are new in your entrepreneurial journey, or if you have a couple months, this is specifically for you. And we also we touch bases on self-image as well. With that being said, have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next. Thank you.